Okay, we are a little bit early, so just wanted to make sure we could avoid any technical difficulties and stay on time. We actually did have a little bit difficulty signing in, so glad I came here early. Since we're early, I'm going to go ahead and send some links out, just letting everyone know that we are live, as I did give some notice that we would be doing Q&A tonight. So last night was popping. Let's do it again today. Here we go. Once I know what the hell I'm doing with Facebook. Come on, man. All right, I'm going to do my timeline first. We are live. Oh, Beto. Hey, man. You came here. Thought you would be out of town or not available tonight, but what's up, man? Gonna just send another notice out in my mastermind. We are live. Okay, so things are probably gonna start rolling immediately. So just to get some momentum going here, it's just so I don't miss anyone's questions. I have questions in advance from Alex, and he, of course, asked a shitload of questions. So here we go. Alex asks, Alex Chuang, how much more than the cost of living do you think you need to make it to be a sustainable full-time publisher? So he gives us a scenario. And he also asks, if I had to choose to a state with lower cost of living, what am I going to do all day? Okay, so number one, I would definitely advocate making well over your cost of living. So if your cost of living is like 2,000, I really recommend making at least 4,000 a month online before ever quitting your job, because number one, you want to be able to, pay for your cost of living. You can definitely trim down on some things like you might have been doing before, like excessively eating out, spending money on, discretionary stuff like massages, movies, dates with a girlfriend that are a little bit out of your range, all that stuff, vacations. You want to be able to buckle down a little bit while still being able to enjoy life. And yeah, to your point, being able to have the money to get more books published and grow the business, because you got to grow the business. It's not something you can set and forget. So you definitely need to be able to do that. So for me, my cost of living here in California is over $3,000. It's crazy as it sounds. This condo that I own cost me $1,350 for a mortgage. Then I have to factor in the energy bill, which is not that much. The HOA is part of that $1,350 figure. And then, my car, well, it's paid for, but the car insurance is like $220 a month. I've got my gym membership, then I've got my phone bill, then I've got the internet bill, and all that stuff adds up. So, you want to be able to just pad all that and not be able to ever have to like really worry about some unexpected expense you get hit with, like, tires having to be replaced on your car when it hits 50,000 miles. Or if you're like a Mecca, his car broke down today because it's a piece of shit and he probably needs a new one. He's kind of frugal about that, but that's my opinion. And then you ask, if I were to move to a state with lower cost of living, okay, I'm going to say for myself, Nevada. It's adjacent, and that's really geared towards where I'm going to end up moving. But what would I do all day? So I'll tell you what I'm doing all day now is that I am waking up when I want to or need to. So yesterday I woke up at 9, which is on a Monday. That's amazing. Today I woke up at 7 because I had a scheduled call with Emeka and Ollie Al Gore. Then I did some publishing work. Then I went to the gym, had lunch, came back, took a nap, did some more publishing work. Now I'm here. And for how I want to operate, I want to be able to like wake up late, but also stay up late and work. Just the way I've always been accustomed to starting up early and coming in early for work. it's more fun to be able to like stay up past 10 towards midnight and, work and honestly chill around too. So while I'm working, I can play some Netflix or, you know, whatever. So that's my thing. You had to ask a lot of questions here. So let's see. That's cool. I'm just having to go through this one. Yeah, so you ask a great question, and this is something I'm dealing with right now, Alex. You're asking, while it does sound financially rational to move to a cheaper area, one could be potentially leaving their friends and family to an area they don't know anyone to do what? Maybe work more, but for the monetary gain. One might lose enjoyment that comes with being with people they love. Yeah, so people will also say that, yes, you have to do what's best for the business, and that's true. But we're all human beings, and we all have friends. Well, a lot of us have friends, and a lot of us have family, and some of us have close family ties. So that's definitely a factor going on in my mind about where to move, because I've already lived in Asia before, more or less. Not like lived there, but I've stayed there 3 weeks at a time, a month at a time at my previous job. I know what Asia is like to live in. It's hot, it's humid. People are friendly. There is a lower cost of living. Like, you don't have to sell me on all the benefits of moving to Asia. Like, I get it, but I also know all the downsides of living in Asia. And there's no place like the United States when it comes to standard of living, quality of life, quality of food, the availability of meat. Um, so I mean, I'm not trying to push my American agenda over anyone, but as an American, I'm very comfortable living in America. And if I can help it, if I am financially able, yeah, Canada is good too, Emeka. I didn't fucking hate on that. But hey, Toronto's a lot like the US, so Toronto's awesome. So is Vancouver. Haven't been to Vancouver yet. I'm talking out of my ass. But if I can help it and make enough money monthly to not necessitate moving to Asia to get a big switch in my cost of living, I'm going to focus on making more money so I don't have to move to Asia to have an excess amount of cash for my business. So, I mean, I do know, I know Ollie. I mean, we're friends by now. We are friends, and we've met in person. But and he would be the biggest advantage, bar none, of moving to Asia and like be able to network with him. But I want to be able to stay in America. Vegas would be the ideal place. Obviously, it has no state tax, so I've done the math. Comparing state tax with California and Nevada, for every $10,000 that I earn in Nevada, I save $700 versus that money that I earn in California. And that's huge. So that's like getting a 7% kickback off of $10,000 earned. So, that's a month's rent for some people. That's quite a bit of money. That's like what, 2 books, okay? publishing currency. So there's that. I have the ideal apartment complex, condo complex that I'd want to move in. It's called Veer Towers. Check it out. Right in the center of the strip, right next to Walgreens, right next to a lot of places to eat. Right, it has its own pool, gym, spa within the complex. It has everything you need, literally everything you need. And the only thing it doesn't have is like groceries. So, and it's only like $1,400 a month US for like this condo that's literally on the strip, right next to Aria and the Bellagio and Cosmopolitan. Like, what more could you ask in terms of Vegas? So that's likely what I'm gonna do. So you had a lot of questions. Let's see. Yeah. So and you have some more here to say, like, yeah, maybe you're super introvert and don't need people. I am a super introvert, believe it or not. I've gotten over being shy. Like, if you ask anyone at the mastermind, like, I'm a normal outgoing guy, but at the same time, I am introverted, so I don't really feed off of like crazy 3 a.m. parties outside of the resort area like some others do, and doing and spending stupid amounts of money on partying and drinks and whatever because the drinks were free in the resort. You had to go. Like, come on, you got to go next year. But like, yeah. So I don't know if it's about my personality type. I don't think it has a role. It's just that I want to stay in America. That's the way I am. Like, yes, I will. Obviously, I will have to like visit Asia and Thailand and give it a shot. Like, I'll give it a shot for 3 weeks, but I'm not going to make a 6-month commitment before I do it. Okay. So, will I get a Corvette in 2020? No, I'll probably get something better than a Corvette by 2020. Will I ever outsource my publishing business? I'm already starting to do that. So, yes, I'm already starting to do that. That's all I'll say for now until I get better. How much do I bench? I benched 418 in competition. I'm able to do that right now again. And the most I've done in the gym is 425. I want to be able to do 455 by this year. And for proof that I am not making that up, like, I guess I could show a bench video, but let's just I am the buffest publisher right now, the buffest self-publisher, like bar none. Like, look at that shit. Okay, so and I'm not even in like top tier shape still. So yeah, and that answers your bench question. And is there an ideal monthly income amount you have? Like ideal, Alex, it's going to be different depending on what level of perspective you have. So ideal for you might be 6,000 a month, with the cost of living of like 2,000. Maybe that makes you happy. With the way I'm seeing things now, like 12,000 a month would be more ideal, but it still wouldn't have that degree of like 12,000 net, after taxes and shit. But like freedom is relative too. So yeah, I have freedom from my job. That's great. But now, like, I don't have the freedom to like travel wherever I want in the world at a whim, in first class or even business class. Like, I don't have that ability because I am not at that level where I'm making like the 30K net a month where you can, just say, oh, hey, I want to go to like Poland right now and either fly a, business class, first class, charter, of private jet, whatever. Like, I don't have that freedom. So it's all relative. I don't feel like I'm free yet. I'm not free from my job. Yeah, but there's other things you need to be free of. So, or do I want to make as much money as possible? Like, I don't have ambitions of being a billionaire. Like, shit, can I be a millionaire first? But I'll get there. And then Ali Al Gore asks neck routine. I don't do any direct neck work. I don't do any shrugs. I don't do any isolative exercises for neck. Well, I guess you're asking because, traps. But it's always been indirectly hit with deadlifts and back work. So yeah, that was a backlog of questions, and we have people in here, and 13 minutes in, like, it's fucking packed. So let's go. Milk Carden, you ask, is moving abroad worth it? It seems to be worth it for a lot of people. For me, we'll see. But I'm gonna. I'm just so conflicted because I know numerically, like numbers wise, Thailand would make a lot of sense, like probably the most sense. And I should give it a fair shot for at least 3 weeks just to live that lifestyle out. Like 3 weeks wouldn't hurt anybody anywhere. Well, most places, not like fucking Algeria, but Thailand, I'd have to give it a shot. Now, what is price strike? You know what price strike is, Justin. So when your book sells well and you automatically get a discount on your book to customers and people are able to buy it for a discounted price, yet you're still collecting the list price royalty, that's a price strike. Price strike is a scam. It's not a scam if Amazon's the one enabling it. Mecca, what's best for business is moving from Monterey. Yeah. I'd really like to like just visit you on a whim whenever I want. But like if you keep discouraging me from going to Monterey, that's how we ended up talking about Cancun in the first place. Move to Dubai and pay no tax, says Justin. Moving to Dubai for me, like, no. Okay, like I don't want to be, running for office and getting this video shit on me 30 years later, but like I don't feel comfortable as someone named Jacob Rothenberg moving residency to a Muslim territory. How to say it? Like, hey, it's my channel. I can say what I want, but I'm not comfortable doing that. Just like how someone of Muslim faith might not want to move right into Jerusalem, although there is perfect rationale to move there for all religions. I just would not want to move to fuck you in Mecca, man. Fuck you. No, I'm not gonna do Dubai. So, now if you look at lifestyle in Cali versus Nevada, oh man, I don't ask for much. Cheap rent, like cheaper rent. Like I don't rent this. Like this is $13.50 a month, which is cheap in California, but it's not like downtown or buzzing in the city. Like you have everything you want in Vegas if you're living on the strip, except for groceries, and that's pretty much it. That's the only hurdle I have to figure out. In November, in Alan asked, in Nevada, how will I stay sober? Fuck, like I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. Like I'm a social drinker, but how will I stay sober? I don't think I'll stay sober. Like, hey, I watched a video of the twins. Like they do a shot or two of rum before they really work. So maybe I could do that, and that could probably be an experiment gone wrong with publishing, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so Jacob is actually pretty big. Not as big as your brother, but I'll get there. How do you price strike on a book then? Ooh, now we're talking juicy stuff. How do you get a price strike on a book? Okay, so what you have to do, are you ready? Is you have to sell your book and sell it well. And once you sell your book well, you'll earn a price strike. Damn. Science, people. Once your book sells well on Amazon, Amazon will discount it, so more customers will buy it. So what do you have to do to get a price strike on a book? Be a good publisher. Learn how to make sales on Amazon. Then you'll get your price strike. I think I have 3 price strikes active right now. So not that I'm forcing it just for the sake of a price strike, but so far so good. I seem to know what I'm doing on how to get it, or how to generate enough sales to warrant getting one. Should you publish 3 more books tonight, Alan? So Alan is a student of mine that pays for one-on-one coaching, and now we're being hit up with decision-making right now. Alan, not that I want to give you the whole lecture about being patient, because you're putting in a lot of work and you want to see results. I'm a little bit surprised with the sales that you have so far. At the same time, with AMS, like we have to give it some more traction. We can't judge how well a campaign is doing with like 5,000 impressions, 4 clicks, and $2 spent on ads. Like that's not enough data to like do anything with on whether a book is going to be successful or not. So you can either up your CPC and open the gates and spend more daily on a budget, or you can just have to wait. But should you publish 3 more books tonight? If you have the manpower and the time, go for it. Like for you, Alan, I just want to make sure that we're not getting not sloppy, but making sure we're doing everything that we need in terms of following the program, following all the steps to make sure we're putting in the right amount of attention with each book. And if we're doing that, then yeah, go ahead and publish. But I also want to shift you away eventually from low content books, because it's like we're not just doing this to make easy money, Alan. I know that you're not trying to do that either, but I know you have a few, I can't see the niche, but business books. I knew those were too general, and you introduced those to me before we started working together, and I already knew those wouldn't sell. Okay, so you had a bad experience with that. You have the low content books. Now let's focus on more conventional books that will make you money. And that's going to be more sustainable, I feel. for your business. But since you have such a great output compared to a lot of other people, and you put in a lot of work too, like I could show even Emeka the spreadsheets you've made. That's pretty impressive in terms of how much work you're putting into this and how serious you are. So let's get the books out, and then let's also focus on what we can do within the confines of your budget and be able to execute. So yeah, for the books that you have out now, I know it's only been like a week. Like we need to just give it some time to like just settle in the marketplace and make some sales. Okay. So let's see what else we got here. Damn. Okay, she's hot. Anyway. Other questions here. Other questions. Hit me up. Hit me up. There's 9 of you guys. Big Rob's in the house. Mario Robertson, aka Solomon. Crypto. Jones! Welcome. Welcome, man. How are you? That was probably too much of a poppin' intro. Like you weren't expecting that shit. But we're here. All right. So hit me up. I'm gonna just check something real quick. Okay. So let's see. Did Alex ask any other questions I can bang out? I think I nailed everything he asked. So I think his concern was that, yeah, in terms of monetary gain, one might lose their enjoyment that comes with being with the people they love, doing the things they love with people they love. Yeah. But hey, MOE, money over everything. I don't really mean that though. Like I care. I love my mom, my brother, and my dad to death. But hey, they can live without me for 3 weeks at a time, you know, or at least or 2 months at a time. So it's like I'd be moving to like anywhere indefinitely away from everyone. And my folks are up near the Sacramento area in California. Vegas would just be a 45-minute plane ride to and from. And it's like $70, $75, what, round trip or one way, whatever. Like it's super cheap to visit. So there's no real problem for me there. I don't have that issue. With Thailand, it would be an issue, but even Thailand, like I don't see my mom every 3 weeks. Like I'll be fine. So will you be giving away keywords for ACX? I have, Beto. I have. So keyword number 2 was especially for audiobook. One thing I'll tell you in general is just revisit all the saturated niches you were told not to publish for ebook and paperback, and find of those which niches aren't quite as saturated with competitors in Audible. And you'll find something. So in my quarterly keyword mastermind, keyword number 2 for September was just that, something super, super, super obvious that has no real amount of competition other than like one bundle out there for the keyword. So Bitcoin, no, that's already been taken. Like I did Ethereum last year. I had a Bitcoin book last year. I had the Ethereum and Bitcoin bundle, which made a lot of money on audio too. So yeah, that did well. Justin, but Emeka said today there are no saturated niches. No, he said that Amazon's not saturated in terms of like publishers and publishing. So in 2018, would Bitcoin be a saturated niche right now for a new self-publisher to get into? Yes, you will probably get murdered. But as a vehicle for selling books, ebooks, and audiobooks, Amazon is growing faster than you can hit publish. So, you know, Amazon publishing is here to stay. Kindle publishing is here to stay. Are you going to grab some crypto while it's low, or are you burning that bridge? So I addressed this in the video today, Mario. Like, I didn't know what I was doing earlier this year with crypto. Everyone thought they were Like everyone was the crypto expert, just like everyone was the real estate expert in 2008 before shit hit the fan. I'm just going to stick to what I'm competent with. Even I might miss out on gains. Like Ripple made an 80% jump either last week or earlier this week. Like, okay, I'll be all right missing out on that because I know I can navigate myself towards success with Kindle publishing instead of like risking my money yet again in something that I don't fully understand. Kindle publishing, is it cocky to say I don't fully understand it? Yeah, but I know it pretty well enough to know how to make money from it. And I'm going to prove that, or I am proving that with the second account I've created for my LLC. So I have a second account that I started. It's making $200 a month right now from one book. I've got 3 books total that are the 2 others are still finishing up being ranked. But I'm going to reach 5K a month yet again on the second account, and I'm going to try to do it faster than last time. So just to prove a point, like you can start from anywhere. You can start from 0 books, and if you just know the mechanics of what to do and you have the right mindset and how to approach things, Kindle publishing is the easiest way to make money online. Like even the book number 1 that I put on the second account that made $200 a month, like it's just a 60-page book. And had I started out with that book, that could have paid for my car payment already, or for my car insurance. Like just off the bat with book number 1. I'm trying to think. Well, I keep badgering testimonials away, but like with Allison's one of my students. Her first ever book like really took off. Granted, she's using AMS to boost sales, but making $100 gross daily from a book, your first ever book, like yeah, it's gross, but the net it's gonna still be like 30 to 50 a day. Like that's sick. Like that's life changing. That's someone's rent, essentially. So um yeah. Hit me up with more questions. I'm answering something real quick on my phone. Okay. Trying to see if we can get someone in here. But probably not. We'll see. More questions, guys. More questions. It's already 27 minutes in. Wow. Time goes fast when you're having fun. This is fun for me. So, this is free coaching, guys. Like, ask away. Ask the fuck away with your questions, and let's knock out some things that you would have probably had to pay the answer for. Like, think of something you'd pay the answer for. I'll give you the answer tonight, except what my keywords are, even though my keyword is Fortnite. Like, other than that, come on, show me something good. What is a good daily budget for AMS? Whatever you can afford. So I'd say for AMS, you just want to make sure, regardless of how much you're spending, that you are making more daily than you're spending. So if your daily budget is like, and this is mine, like if your daily budget is $50, make sure you're making more than $50 a day in overall sales, or else there's like, yeah, at the beginning of like publishing, you want to get some momentum for your books, but after it's steady, like it's foolish to lose money on marketing when you should be making money from a business as simple as this. So just make sure that your budget is not too high to where it's eating up your profits. Just stay profitable. Okay, oh man, can you talk a little bit about the technique you're using for AMS? Yeah, I'll talk about it. Like, I'm not going to create another course, so I'm not going to have to hold back. So, Triforce. Okay, so and it looks like Mario wants to know too. All right, guys, let me see if we can give a real example of it going on right now. Let's see. I'm going to check Fortnite. See if, okay, it's up right now. If you were to Google, oh shit, everyone wants to see it. Google up, okay, and go on Amazon, search Fortnite guide. I'll let you guys do that. Okay. Who is the top two you see for the sponsored listing. Which two books do you see in the sponsored listing for Fortnite Guide? Which is the search term, by the way, that people are looking for. I'll give you 10 seconds to answer that one. JR Publishing, that's right. So how do people get visible for a keyword that has a publisher not doing one, but two sponsored listings? And you know how competitive Fortnite is. How much is this guy spending on ads per click on Amazon for these two books? So, and look at the price points. List. Let's look at list. So number one is $23.66 for a paperback for Fortnite. Number two, and this is the one where I'm resetting the price strike, the list is $15.24. That'll go up to something around $23.66. So what I'm doing with these two books is blocking anyone from being able to compete with me, essentially. Like, why would you bother looking at listing number you are less likely to look at listing number 3, number 4, I am number 5, and listing number 6 when you've got two perfectly good books here to choose from right at the start. Like, bam. You either want 1,000 Tricks for kids or the Fortnite Guide for kids, Battle Royale for Guide for kids. Like, right there. You're going to choose one of the two, and guess what? I'm both books, so the money's going to me. Okay, that's a variation of Triforce. Why I call it Triforce is because you need a third book to seal the deal. So invariably, sometimes, even though you have the highest bids on AMS, there's always a chance you can be rotated out. With, like, if two people have the two top slots, there is a chance of having the third bidder being given impression space. And I think Fortnite for Teens, the complete 3-book bundle, is third place. So that's when you need the third book, okay? You need the third book to block out that person too. So that's how you completely dominate a keyword on AMS. Because realize for AMS, the top two spots, the two sponsored listings are going to be positions 1 and 2. So you take up that. The next sponsored listing is mid-page, and no one gives a fuck about the mid-page sponsored listing. You have to be either number 1 or number 2. Being number 3 is pointless. So I'm going to take 3 spots. Just because I don't want anyone to be able to compete with me, especially towards Christmas Q4 sales when I'm going to make the most money. So, and the third book, as funny as it is going to be my most high quality Fortnite book. And this is the part I won't tell on stream, and you'll see it. It's by JR Publishing. It's going to do really well for Christmas is all I'll say. Like, you will be drawn to it to buy. It's a 2-in-1 bundle. It's the best deal you can get aside from the 3-in-1 bundle. Like, fuck you. But aside from that one, like, it's on, man. It's on. I'm here to kill. So you did this for your niche today, Mario. Good. You did. Yo book Triforce is open. Oh man, this is why I shouldn't talk. But you know what, man? You can have my scraps, motherfucker. Go ahead. Collect those $1 royalties from the yo-yos. I'm going to be making $11 royalties from 1,000 Tricks and probably $15 royalties from Fortnite Battle Royale for kids. And guess what? I'm doing it without breaking the rules. It's actually going to be ethical with the price strikes that are within reason. So price strike number 1 for 1,000 Tricks, I've got the price down to $20.79 from a list of $23.66, and people buy this book at $20. Like, that's a very, very, very mild price strike. Number 2, the paperback that sells for $6.60 and it retails for 15.24. Like that's a very ordinary price strike. You know, the guy who should be worried is Fortnite for Teens, the guy who stole my keyword. The complete 3-book bundle, his like price is $9.74 with a list price of $38.97. Oh no. Oh no, that guy is just really pushing it. So, you know, he probably can't even sleep at night with how close he is to getting in trouble. Like I'm able to sleep at night without Zans or CBD, although I have the pen right here. I've got one here. But aside from that, like I'm answering your text right now. Like I'm good. Like I don't have to worry about my account and with regards to price striking. Like I'm good on that. So, how do you use the word Fortnite in the title and not breach a trademark? I don't know. That's like asking, why are there people to this day in Minecraft and they still have their accounts intact? I don't know, man. Like with Fortnite, they just have so much other stuff to deal with. So, like, they have a lawsuit with PUBG. And how ironic that they have the lawsuit with PUBG who are stating that they stole the, I don't know, not maybe the trademark, but like the copyrighted content for how they modeled the game for their game. So, and that's like an ongoing thing. That's huge. So they're probably busy with that. I don't know, like, I don't know why they're not busting people with Fortnite, but from what I've seen as the precedent is that at the worst, well, other than getting my account banned, which could happen, I'm not going to lie. But I'll probably be asked at some point to take the books down, and by then, of course, I would comply. So, yeah. Yeah. Hit me up with questions, guys. Hit me up. Things got juicy in here. Like I'm talking about shit that no one will ever tell you. Like people in the mastermind, in the Cancun mastermind, you know, I thought we were the only ones that were ever going to hear this, but now it's out in the open. Now it's live. I hope no one ever watches this full-length video. Like it's just too good. Who we got? We got 11 people. Come on, man. 11 people are in here. All right. So places to move. Just thinking about it, there's a lot of options. So Mario, I can't even think that strategy alone is mind-boggling. Yeah, and man, hey, here's the truth. I came up with it all by myself. So I don't know if it's just the way my fucked up brain works, but I like coming up with creative strategies, and I consider myself a creative guy. So it's like chess. You have to be able to outplay your opponents. And since Kindle publishing, you know, as simple as it is, like no one has really mastered it. So you could come up with like these crazy ass ideas to outplay people. So whether it's like stealing someone's keyword and executing a better book, like a friend of mine did, he outplayed me there, and I outplayed him back with a better price strike. Then he outplayed me back with getting a price strike. Then I outplayed him by getting to AMS. Then he outplayed me back by getting into AMS with a higher bid. So then I outplayed him back by producing 2 books. Now he's outplaying me back by outbidding, and now I'm outplaying him back by having 3 books, and now he's outplaying me back having, I think, 5 books in preparation. So it's just this tag of, it's crazy. It's like a video game essentially. Like we're duking it out online in the marketplace right now, and you would think that the better man wins, yeah. But we're both winning. Like we're both making insane buku bucks amount of this keyword, and it would not have been possible if we weren't like virtually sparring each other and leveling up each other's game to where no one's going to buy anyone else's book but ours. So it's because we're just killing it right now. So that's why it works so well. Alan, how many books at once do I publish? It depends. That's a bad answer. So It depends on my cash flow for a given month and period of the year. So this month I'll have, I think after expenses, $4,000 profit to either save or invest. I will likely pocket 3,000 this month, and then um and then produce 3 books. So I'll do book 1, 2, and 3 for a certain keyword that I have in mind that the Mickelson twins gave me. That's really good in audio that you could have only even found out about if they told you in the Cancun Mastermind on the Saturday night after the club when they were drunk and they had the guard down and they decided to give a keyword away that they promised made 2,000 a month on audio. You had to be there. But yeah, I have that keyword now, and they probably regret telling me about it now that they're sober, if they're sober right now. And I'm going to do book 1, 2, 3, and then it's the bundle that's really going to make money on audio. So that's my plan right now. Next month is a little weird, and I'll talk about it because this is a real thing that's going to affect all of you. So we know if you haven't, or if you've already switched to KDB print, this affects you. So last month, we had a large portion of our paperback earnings, or a significant amount rather, ported over to KDB print, right? So with CreateSpace, you get your royalties 30 days out. With KDB print, you get it 60 days out. So with that, there's a good chunk of my paperback income. Well, I'm going to get like, I think 3,000 of it this month from paperback, but 1,000 of it is going to be on KDB print. So August royalties for KDP print gets paid to me in October. And I have no royalties from CreateSpace for September because I already poured it over, except for I think $120 in expended distribution. So, and with the earnings this month from KDP print for both paperback and ebook, I don't get that until November, if I'm making sense. So I'll only get, I think, strictly from publishing, like including audio, maybe $1,400, $1,500 in royalties next month. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge to like just making sure I budget everything with the cost of living here and just be able to save some money. So yeah, I'm going to get a lot of money this month, not as much next month because of the change in net terms. So you got to be mindful of that. And once I'm over that hump, November is property taxes. So for this place, it's going to be like $1,200 for property taxes out the window. And then, Christmas shopping, which I hope is not much. And then we'll be back again to do some more books. And early November, I can see myself rushing out some more books and get them ready for December when it's game time. Like I have to be doing Amazon pretty much as a job in December because it's worth it for the amount of money you can make. It's going to be sick. I don't even know how much you project to make in December. It could be 8,000. It could be 10,000. I don't know. It's going to be an exciting time. So we'll see. So Beto, you ask, you start adjusting your price every day until you keep seeing your book in the first 2 spots with AMS CPC. Yeah. What I really do, Beto, to be honest, is I assess the profitability first because there's just no point in being number 1 for a keyword if my price does not justify the cost per click that I'm bidding on for a campaign. So that's why I purposely have higher list price on my book. Like, yeah, I could sell more copies if I were at $12 list price, but then with the royalties that I make, it would lose money with the average CPC of 90 cents per click for my campaign. I think that's my real average CPC. So it wouldn't work out. But at $23, $21, $23, making like an $11 royalty. Okay, at that point, I found that 90 cents CPC does equate to making profit still. So I'll stick with that. And yeah, it's going to be dynamic. People are probably trying to outbid me in the process. So it's a balancing game of what I can afford. And as far as seeing my book in the first 2 spots, people bid so low on Amazon, and rightfully so. It's about profit. If you bid a max CPC of $2, you're going to get the first 2 spots. And the actual amount you get charged could vary. It could go from, 40 cents per click, 90 cents per click, $1.20 per click. But if you just run even for 2 days, a max CPC of $2 with a max budget of like $20 per day, you're going to tell really quick whether you have the top 2 spots or not. So that works. Hope that answers the question. Ooh. This is way too high quality, guys. This is stuff I was not ever going to talk about, but it's fun. It's fun to finally have an audience to share this stuff with, because can you see why I would not talk about it on YouTube? You can just really fuck up hard with like not only having your account banned if you do price striking wrong. Like I'm only advocating like 10% price strikes with like taking your price down to $9 from $15. Like that's cool. Like you want to make sure Amazon's still making money. But can you see someone trying to get a price strike from like a $15 book that's listed at $90? Like that's so stupid. But someone might do it. Someone might try to push the limits and try to exploit things and really screw things up. And then who gets the fingers pointed at them? Me, for teaching it. So I can't share that openly on YouTube. I just did now. But I don't want to teach it as something mainstream, because while there is a perfectly legal and ethical way to perform it for the price strike, someone's going to like really push the boundaries and get fucked. So that's why I don't want to teach it. Likewise for AMS with like Triforce, can you see one screwing this up and like spending way too much on 3 different books, each one having a max budget of like $100, and then they lose like $2,000 in a week just because they didn't monitor their list price for a book? Like someone's going to screw this up. So, I mean, you guys probably will likely not, but Alex Toma might. So, what a dick thing to say. But yeah, I just don't want the powers going to the wrong hands. With great power comes great responsibility. So, yes, don't want any lives to be lost from what I'm showing and teaching during sessions like these. It's too dangerous. Ask me more questions, guys. After this one, I might say, hey, I'm never talking about secret stuff ever again. I'll never talk about anyone else's keywords because that's sacred, or even my keywords anymore. Because like with the yo-yo book, like shit, everyone jumped on me with the yo-yo book, but I'm still number 1. So I was okay there, but I can't be giving the keywords away that I'm in all the time, even though a good chunk of them are from my actual course. Go figure. Like I actually do publish for those keywords. So yeah, let's go, guys. Come on. Think of something juicy. Think of something you want to ask. Like, come on, hit me something. There's something you probably want to know. Like, is there an Amazon publishing Illuminati? Is there a Kindle cartel? Like, is there a big conspiracy? Is the self-publishing blueprint all a big funnel for an MLM scheme? Come on. Try me. I don't think I could do a mention. Mind equals blown plus CBD. Hey, since we're on this topic, we don't have to talk about publishing right now. Hey, what strand do you use? Like I'm on I think Skywalker OG from Brass Knuckles. And that just helps me sleep. I don't smoke for recreation. So Skywalker OG does a great job. How long after a book do I give up or on for sales? I'd say 4 to 5 weeks if I'm not seeing results. And I've like tried to trick things out with AMS along with sometimes things are seasonal. So I like my yo-yo book that I keep talking about. I published the yo-yo book in August. I thought it failed. Like I thought it was a huge failure because it made no sales between August and November. But unbeknownst to me, sales picked up during early, no, like mid-November towards Christmas. Then it blew up into a $4,000 a month book. So some things can be seasonal. Like your books, Alan, I don't want to give it away in public, but they will likely do better towards Christmas when those books might be bought as gifts. So Mario, I'm in Kansas, so whatever the street market has to offer, yeah. I can get whatever I want to, but I'm not a heavy smoker or anything. It's just chill to have, you know? So yeah, I don't really do drugs. I'm on YouTube right now. I can't incriminate myself. I plead the fifth, but CBD is perfectly healthy for you, has great benefits, and it feels good. So that's all that matters. Oh, hey, I might as well mention it now. I actually tried to write a CBD oil book or publish a CBD oil book. I bombed hard on that one. It was like in March of this year. And you probably have one too, Mario. So that was when I realized you can't be the 20th entrant for a keyword and expect any results. Because yeah, why would anyone want to buy your book over the first 20 that came in for like CBD oil formulas? Like it wouldn't make sense. So I made my error on that, and it's never happened again. So did I try a Trump book before? I tried once, and then Amazon wouldn't let me go through with the copyrights, so couldn't get it through. But I think someone might have a Trump book within our circle. I wouldn't play around with the keyword though. I don't want to mess with the president. Can we have more ACX keywords in Elite Keyword Mastermind? Yeah. I'm not a big fan of low content books, but people want it. So yeah, we can definitely look up more ACX keywords. And that's beneficial for me too, because now I'm spending time looking at keyword research for ACX. I'm like, oh, this keyword's really, really good. I'll keep that one. This keyword's really good. Okay, you guys can have that one. So, yeah, we'll do more ACX keywords. I promise you. Keyword number 1 for October will be for ACX. Though I still have to tell you, Beto, it's super easy to find a profitable keyword on ACX. Like I know you bought the Twins' course because I saw your purchase receipt. And the Twins were looking at sales on launch day. So just follow what the course teaches you for keyword research. It's so easy, like literally so easy. We could find a keyword right now in 10 seconds. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make this epic tonight. Like, let's find a keyword right now. Aside from the one that I have plans, like I'll do it right now live. I wish I could share my screen. Can't, not on YouTube. But let's find a profitable keyword for ACX. All right. How about real estate? What I want to do is filter. Well, let me search real estate investing. Okay. Then when I search real estate investing on Amazon, I'm going to filter by Audible audiobook. So instead of over 4,000 results for real estate investing books, you get for Audible only 398 real estate investing books. Okay? So that right there eliminates a shitload of competition because only so many publishers have an audiobook related to real estate investing. Right? So now for this keyword, it's already getting saturated. You have a lot of people with over 300 reviews, so that one's not hot. But let's think of something else. Dash Diet from Justin Matmore. Justin, I swear this better be profitable. The Dash Diet. I don't know for Audible though, Justin, if maybe. Like some of these are cookbooks, some of these are diet plans. Let's look at the Audible version. So we always filter by Audible audiobook. There's only 63 results. The first 3 results have 1,000 reviews, 500 reviews, and 161. But let's take a look at the rankings. The rankings are pretty good. Okay. Book number 4 with 16 reviews. It's a self-published guy. Not so good with the numbers. Okay, with the 5th book, things kind of drop off for audio past the first 3 books. So I don't know. Okay, I have a CBD oil audiobook. I know that doesn't do well on audio. Self-help and business books do the best, aside from fiction. Aside from fiction, audiobooks perform the best when they're related to self-help or business. Because think about it, for self-development, people listen to audiobooks, and for business, you probably want to listen to that stuff in your car. So let's do another search here before we call it. Let's see. Stock investing. Over 10,000 results searching for stock investing by default. When we filter by Audible audiobook, we only get 482 results. Can you see the recurring theme here? Okay, that there's so much less competition for audio that you can probably find your way in with a keyword as big as this and make money. So, of course, for something like stock investing, book number 1, book number 2, book number 3 are monsters. Book number 4, stock market investing for beginners. You can't see this, of course, on my screen, but this one's got like 10 reviews. Okay, it's self-published, and it in all of books, it's like ranked 355 in stocks. And for all of audiobooks in the world, it's ranked 467 for personal finance and investing. So, you know, there's room to make money for everyone here, guys. Can we just found one right now? Stock investing. The keyword that you were taught all along is too saturated to ever compete with or in. You can do it on audio. What's this K Ninja guy all about? I don't know, but he's a douchebag. And not really sure what he's selling with his program. So whether it's some kind of, like, how do you say it? One of those, what's it called when you like jumble up text? When it like recreates content. I don't know if it's one of those programs or what his strategy is, but the guy's nowhere. Like, he never took off with his channel because number 1, he's annoying. Number 2, is there any proof that he's a good publisher? Number 3, does he have any dashboards? Number 4, does he have any students who are doing well? So that guy is not someone I'd look out for. Someone I'd look out for, just a quick, really random shout out. Like, he wouldn't mention me, but Rahman. Like, if you've gone to Rahman S's channel, like, that dude makes like $16,000 a month through Amazon. Granted, he's not the most like outgoing guy, and his advice is super, super general. I don't know if he'll ever give advice that could like benefit us immediately for publishing, but it's more just like testimonials of himself selling a $600 course that I think the blueprint already covers. But he's a good publisher, so I would definitely look towards him first before K Ninja. All right, it's almost 7 o'clock, so should we do this again tomorrow, guys? Unless you have more questions, you tell me. We can, to keep things fresh, we don't have to do it every day. We can still do it like twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. If you want to do it 7 days a week, let's fucking go. Let's do it. But, what's good, guys? Okay. Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow's good because I don't have any training tomorrow at the gym. So what I have planned is that Wednesdays will be like my fun day, I think, for weekdays. So aside from, of course, taking care of publishing tasks, I'll probably be out in the city or somewhere tomorrow, you know, see something scenic, maybe record from somewhere other than my car or in my condo, and get some good, better footage out. So, and I'll have time, of course, to come back here home at 6 o'clock, hopefully. Hey, you guys know what I just realized? Like, this is random as hell. And this is probably not something I should say, but I'll say it anyway. The biggest revelation I had with not having a job anymore is that I have all day now and all the time to like talk to girls and like date girls, like hook up and like do Tinder 24/7 if I wanted to. Like now personal trainers who are only open during the afternoons, you know, and if now they're available to hang like chill with. So it's like, yeah, the more benefits you see from quitting your job, the better. And that one just hit me. I didn't even think about that until after the fact. So, you know, mind blown on that one. So, yeah, it's a good life so far. All right. So, if that's it for now, guys, let's call it here. Oh, I knew the freedom would dawn on you. Yeah. Yeah. If I had more money, Mario, we would be doing shit that would never be mentioned on the stream. Think about that. But like it would be ridiculous. It's like going to Vegas and potentially making like 15,000 a month is probably the worst idea ever. But it's gonna be fucking fun. One day. Yeah, one day. When it gets set up, man, like I'm not joking. Like look, like Google what Veer Towers is, and you've seen Veer Towers if you've been in Vegas. Like that's the place to be. And it's really cheap too. It's only like 1,400 a month, considering what you get. Um, better than this place. So we will see. But I'll call it here for now. It's been a lot of fun. I love doing this. Let's do it again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. in the West, 9 in the East, and I'll see you guys later. Good night.